Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelvin from Fundaztic, and with me here again is Jeffrey Chiu, our founder and chairman of Fundaztic. So welcome back, Jeff.
Thank you.
Right. So we'll talk a little bit more about Fundaztic as a whole and also the plans for Fundaztic in the future. But let's start with the most basic question. What actually sparked your interest into P2P financing, and how does it differ from your previous life in banking?
Well, in my previous life, I was in two banks. One is Citibank and one is OCBC, very much involved in SME lending. And I always find that bank has always this challenge to actually lend to SMEs, especially the small ones. Mainly, there are a few reasons. One reason is that the losses are very unpredictable and high. And secondly, the transaction values are low and the cost of doing business is very high. So because of that, a lot of banks struggle to actually do a lot more in this segment. So therefore, the access to SME, especially the small one, is actually very limited. So I felt that we could actually do more, and that's where the idea of moving Fundaztic.com to be a peer-to-peer lending to support this was one of the passion that I had. Secondly was that I find that in Malaysia, there's a lack of investment opportunities for individuals, either it's unit trusts or fixed deposits, which not many people will get very strong returns over a period more than 4 to 5%. So I find that this will be an alternative for a new class of assets where investors can invest, and hopefully the returns will not be 4-5%, will be 8 to 10% per annum. That will be something that will be something very important to help the individual to actually build their wealth over time.
And to that note, I would like to introduce this year's Fundaztic Performance Review book, which shows our 2018-2019's performance of Fundaztic. There will be a soft copy in the link below where you can download and read it for yourself. So Fundaztic's about 2 years now, actually a bit more than 2 years now. What's your major takeaways of this 2 years performance?
Well, firstly, Fundaztic.com is a purely 100% digital platform. End-to-end is all digital with no manual process in between. Secondly, over the period of 2 years, we have enrolled more than 15,000 members and investors, as well as also the fact that we have funded more than 800 SMEs. Some of them are startups as well, which have difficulty accessing financing from the traditional sources. Then, of course, in terms of the risk involved, although it's risk, for every investor, the portfolio still generates a very decent risk return of about 10%, per annum after all the losses and the potential losses. So even my own personal portfolio, I'm averaging about 12 to 15% return as we speak. So in that sense, this is one of the three major key takeaway. But of course, one of the things that we are also very pleased to say is that we find that this platform, we are able to maintain the rates both for the notes issuance as well as also the investors in terms of high return, is because of the digital efficiency that we derive through the platform. And over the last 2 years, we are quite pleased to say that there's very little downtime in terms of system availability. And I can remember over the last 2 years, there's only once that there's about 2 hours downtime because of too much load in the system. So nevertheless, we are very pleased in terms of how the system has operated. And I think the reliability of the system is also based on the patience that we have taken in building the system over before the launch.
Right, glad to hear that. So my next question for the future. So do you have any future plans, or what's your future plans for Fundaztic?
Well, I mean, in the original plan, we wanted to be in Asia, Southeast Asia, very quickly, but we felt that it's important to build a strong base. So now, with the 2 years experience here, and if we look at the market statistics, 55% of the issuance of notes in Malaysia are actually from Fundaztic.com, with a huge market share and a very strong foothold in Malaysia. I think it's about time for us to expand out, and expansion abroad is imminent, and we are looking at places in Asia, including Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, even Australia, to invest next. And of course, we hope that in our plans, we can do at least 2 countries within the next 3 years.
Okay, I guess I need to learn a new language soon. All right, so actually, this is just my final question, really quick. on a personal note, right? After being in industry for about 2 years now, do you feel you've made any significant contribution to the society?
Like I said, my passion is that to really help SMEs and also to help investors to actually accumulate wealth faster. What I'm really very gratified to actually read, especially from the performance review, some of the testimonies was given by some of the borrowers. For example, one of the notes issuers, this note 412. Let me just read it. Fundaztic P2P financial solution gave us an opportunity to sustain our business until we roll out. The process was very convenient since everything was done online and digitally. Our fund manager, Jeff, not me, was a great help and assisted us in the overall process. I have no regrets from seeking funds from Fundaztic as the repayments are also very easy and convenient. SME business owners will also benefit from the ease of application, and great fund managers who are friendly and flexible and fast. And another one from the investor side in terms of savings. This member had one of the largest portfolio. My goal is to build a passive income for my retirement within the next couple of years. To achieve this, I'm targeting a return on investment for at least 8%. I try to invest in all the notes with Smart Invest. It gives me about 20 to 30 notes per month so far. I have invested in multiple P2P platforms, but I love Fundaztic homepage. It gives all the statistical data and the transparency is easy to use. And the total notes I have in Fundaztic is bigger than the notes I have in other 3 P2P platforms combined. Excellent, yeah.
Yes.
So those are many of the so-called testimonies that we hear, and it's really gratifying in a way that we are not just doing this to set up a platform, a marketplace, but we are doing something that impacting people's life in a positive manner.
Yeah. Right, good to hear. Right, I think that's all from us today. I mean, that's all my questions I have for you for the platform. So thank you for sharing, Jeff.
All the best to the team.
Thank you. Hopefully, with this sharing this with our members and also with the staff of Fundaztic, they can hear your opinion and also the future plans. They'll be excited for the future. Right. So thank you, Jeff, for coming again, and for our viewers. If you have any questions, again, please do leave a comment at the bottom or do email us. Right. That's all for now. If you like this video and if you want something similar interviews with prominent people in the industry, do like the video and then we'll try to find more people to interview. Alright, that being said, thank you and have a fantastic day.